Hello everybody, my name is Breen. Welcome back to my channel. We interrupt our usual program to talk about an absolutely baffling situation that has been plaguing my For You page for the past couple of days. Another saga of the generational war dropped. This time it is Gen X versus Gen Z, or Gen X versus the heir we don't know, because Gen X seem to have employed some subterfuge tactics to confuse their adversaries, and it's fucking working. The Gen Z have no idea what is happening, or even how this beef ever commenced. And as the generation who likes to know everything, everywhere, all at once, always, it's safe to say that our timbers have been fucking shivered. We are just hearing about it while they have been rising and assembling God knows for what. Are we losing?
Gen X Rise.
In something that I can only compare to mass psychosis, the Gen X have been making hundreds upon hundreds of videos on TikTok declaring war upon their children. The youth have finally gotten away with too much. I don't know what's gonna happen to us guys, but I'm a bit concerned.
Gen X Rise.
Why were you sleeping? Why were you dormant? They all look like they're golems that have been activated by their masters. Run. The jokes are writing themselves.
Gen X Rise.
Mom, I'm scared. Come pick me up. Actually, no. Maybe you're with these people.
This message is for my Gen X brothers and sisters. Looks like it's time for us to clean up this fucking shit show. After all, half of us went to prison, the other half went to the military, so we've got the necessary skills. Not including the fact that we were raised by World War I and II and Korea and Vietnam veterans, so we're pretty familiar with guerrilla tactics, right? All we ever heard of—
Okay, but why are they so serious with it? Are they aware of the concept of jokes? I mean, ones that don't involve how much they hate their spouse, or ones that are vaguely racist, that they believe are okay because they had a black classmate in high school that told them it was fine. Well, probably they just wanted to not speak to them anymore, but I digress. But for real, they sound like they're about to rid the world of the younglings. Oh, they really think they're battling fucking demons in Supernatural. What's this seriousness? What's this sentiment? I don't enjoy this energy.
Hey, everybody clap your hands. They not like us. I took a pocket, hey. They not like us. I took a pocket to pay. Take it for hey. You a rapper, young whippersnapper. You ain't been through nothing. Have you ever had to leave the studio? Cause you shoulda got low. I got gout in my peanut toe. Hey, did you hear what I said? I took a pocket to pay. I got gout in my peanut toe. You a rapper, young whippersnapper.
Whose Lola is this, bro? Whose Lola is this? Can't get your Lola. She was a latchkey kid. Y'all didn't have pockets, like... Has your age addled your memory? You gave latchkeys to your children also. I distinctly remember at the playground, we had latchkey kids. But they only had the latchkeys because they could not be trusted to keep the key in the pocket. Like, do you think that our parents, which is y'all, didn't ever have jobs? Didn't ever leave us alone? If you ever wonder why Gen X is the way it is, remember that the teachers hyped a rocket launch and astronauts that then exploded in front of us. No counseling, no hugs, no reassurances. They just assigned more homework. And this is just a sample. Come on. I feel like I'm trying to be a bit nice, but... Are you aware of what is going on in the world right now? So we've seen a bit more. And I don't think anyone is providing the youth counseling for that. So I see all of this shit, okay? As a normal person, I run to the comments thinking my Gen Zers are gonna be in there, but I see only Gen X. To my surprise, I only see Gen X. I didn't even know that there were so many online. Usually they stay confined to Facebook. I don't know what happened. And listen, I was taking solace in the fact that I thought this was an US thing. I thought this was isolated to your funny little continent, you know? Like a lot of bizarre shit is happening over there that would never fly over here. But I look in the fucking comments once again to see Europe assembling. I feel like it's so bizarre because they don't really lip sync or anything. They just look at the camera, even if it's like a duet, and they just make faces. Dumb quadriplegic fucks with people. Whoa. Shitty Jesus, what the fuck? Oh, here comes Marshall to try and clean this up. Shut up! What's the matter, Marshall? You being stalked? Oh, the big bag rapper just getting his feelings hard. Let me go, you bitch. Oh, what genius, huh? You gotta cancel me, yeah? Gen Z me, brah. Little pussy, what's wrong? Thought you was screaming, huh? This whole war generational thing is nothing new. It's been going on before between the Gen Z and the millennials, although it was a lot more lighthearted, I would say. It was just sibling rivalry shit. We weren't riding at dawn. We were just like, your pants are too skinny and your hair parting is whack. And then they would retort back playfully with, oh yeah? Well, you pretend to be morally superior to everyone else while living a nihilistic, shallow existence of a life. You know, light stuff. But speaking of the millennials, where are they standing in all of this? Are they standing with their parents or are they standing with their younger siblings? Turns out the jury is still out on this one. I love young millennials, but like, there's this lady.
For those Gen Zers out there that don't understand the Gen X rise, let me explain it.
Who has taken it upon herself to warn us, the children, that we should not poke the bear.
The Gen X folks are the toughest people that currently exist in our world today. They are emotionally tough and they are physically tough. I am the oldest millennial. I was born in '82, but I had an older brother, so I was raised as a Gen X kid. Nobody was watching us. Nobody catered to us. Nobody gave a flying flip where we were or what we were doing.
This is just sad. Like, that's just sad. Do you need to talk about it? I feel like we could talk about it. We are active listeners here at the Gen Z headquarters. We could talk about it. You don't have to fucking annihilate us. We can just talk about it. It's fine. One of their main points, the source of their strength and why we should all fear them, is that they were beat up by their parents when they were children themselves.
You see, Gen X is the rub some dirt in it generation.
Now, first of all, as we can all fucking see and agree upon, you are not the epitome of grace and emotional stability. Most of y'all have absolutely spanked your Zoomer children. Maybe with not the same fervor and hate as the boomer spanked y'all, but most Gen Z have absolutely been whipped at some point. Or at least, you know, subjected to sustained emotional abuse, but that's just fucking snowflake stuff that doesn't matter. Out here promising and mass violence upon their kids. They poked the lion. They don't know what's coming for them. Coming for them? Some of us are minors. We are the silent generation. For us, it was the hardest. Babes, you have a house in your name. I cannot begin to dream about a house in my name. Are you fucking for real? And that's your fault and your parents' fault. We were raised feral. No one cared when we came home. No one cuddled us. No one cared about us. Babes, it shows. Because you have the emotional intelligence of a Tasmanian devil. That's nothing to be proud of. Back when you were in diapers, I ran these streets. Well, you're about to be back in diapers in like 20 years, so pipe the fuck down.
We climbed water towers. We hopped fences we shouldn't have. We committed crimes.
The Gen Zs famously never have climbed fucking fences.
Doing crazy stunts on our bikes and falling down and hitting our heads because we didn't wear a helmet.
That explains a lot.
Natural consequences are the best way to learn life lessons, so Gen X is smart. They are mad street smart. Mad street smart. But the craziest part about them is that they stay completely unbothered. And so, through all this...
Do they? Do they really stay completely unbothered?
And so, through all this mess that we call our world, they have stayed largely unbothered. They've put their head down, they've taken care of their business, they stayed out of it.
I guess that explains the current world state. Yes, of course, that's something to be commended. Let's all be complacent with the shit that's going on around us. Yeah. That's such a good example. Millennial Gen X person, yes.
It's time for the smartest generation, the toughest generation, the most unbothered, the most resilient generation to get up and start saying something and doing something about this crap that we see going on right now.
I would love it if they would give a crap about the shit that's going on, like the actual shit that's going on. In Gaza, for example, perhaps they should say something about that. Some of them have, of course, but why don't you take a fucking generational stance on that? So, this TikTok was supposed to explain the Gen X rise.
Let me explain it.
I do not understand. Why have you risen again? What is the motive? Why are we here? Why have we gathered here today? Make it make sense, please. There's also this guy who just annoys the ever-living crap out of me. He's one of the millennials who is just so fucking patronizing.
Millennial here, and as an elder, I'd love to give Gen Z a little tiny piece of advice. You can screw with boomers, they might not even find your video. You can screw with millennials, we're too burnt out and tired to really care anymore. And you can mouth off to Gen Alpha, because they're children, what the hell are they gonna do? But under no circumstances do you fuck with Gen X. Think of them like a hibernating bear, but don't poke the bear. Because if you do and you wake them up, millennials are gonna step back, part like the sea, let them walk right through us straight to you. We will not help.
What are they gonna do to us? Guys, are you gonna beat us up? I thought you didn't beat up your children. I thought only you exclusively ever went through that.
And most millennials, we're gonna side with Gen X. So the advice is swing any other direction, but in the X direction.
But there's a sizable majority of the millennials who are very much not into it. They're just staying out of it. This really has come out of fucking nowhere. But us here at the Zoomer Bunker have been scrambling to find the source of this motherfucking aggression. And we think we may have found it. So there's this one TikTok that may have been posted like 2 months ago of this fellow Generation Z that just called the Gen X the worst generation ever.
I think we can all agree that if we're generalizing, Gen X is the worst generation because they're like boomers, basically, but then they have like all of the annoying traits of millennials, like avocado toast and I can't adult today. So they're the worst.
Now, fresh memos and peoples. One person does not equate their whole generation. It's just one person with an opinion that y'all are proving right. Talking about who's with me. The fucking voices, because who are you rising up against? The Gen Z New World Order? Babes, we're doing panic master degrees because we're scared of joining the workforce. Are you for real? Have you chosen the right people to rise up against?
I feel like there's been some confusion about Gen X from that little video, the little pink-haired girl from Gen Z who refers to us as the worst generation, and we've all come out of the woodwork to let her know she's wrong. You see, Gen X is the rub some dirt in it generation.
Listen, this is awakening my PTSD, bro. As someone with a thick accent, this is how English people sometimes talk to me when they feel like I can't understand them. Why is she speaking like that? Like we are a bit gone in the membrane.
We are the I'll give you something to cry about generation.
As if the Gen Z have not fucking heard that before. Come on. Every parent says that. Because kids are usually little shits.
We are the generation in which somebody called our house my mom did this, and threatened to beat us up, and our parents would respond with something to the effect of, I'll bring her to meet you. My mom did that. She made the appointment with the girl who wanted to fight me. And that girl didn't show. So
I'm so sorry that you were raised by boomers who had no fucking conflict resolution skills. I can never imagine someone is threatening to beat me up and my mom is like, yeah, I'll bring her to fight. Wow.
And so we do things quietly. And now we have to do it loudly. So here we are. Do you want to meet us on the playground at 3:30? Bring your friends.
Like shit. I'm sorry. Y'all are still corny as shit, but I'm sorry. Guys, I feel like this is a call for help. Come on, Gen X. We didn't do that shit to you. I feel like you should be beefing with the fucking boomers. Gen X, rise up, but rise up against the boomers, or what? Are you too scared? Are you perpetuating generational drama? Are you really doing that in 2024? Are you taking out your frustrations that your parents inflicted upon you on your children? Are you really doing that? I feel like you should just rub some dirt in it. Come on, rub some dirt in it, Gen X.
But we've supported you. We've been there. But we're quiet because we're old and we're tired. And we're pretty cynical because we were a generation who was told to be seen and not heard.
Now, I feel like this makes a bit of sense. Like, they're not really mad at the person that started this. They're not really mad at the whole Gen Z. I feel like they're mad at their children that may not be speaking to them anymore or something. Because like, I get it why they're not. It seems like you guys are a lot. But again, your children do not represent the whole generation. Do not distance yourself from the youngsters. Come on now. We all need each other in the end. Gen X, rise up. We're the generation who didn't bother to unpack intergenerational abuse. And we're gonna be loud about it, yes. Like, they're so fucking aggro for no reason. Like, especially to the person who started this whole thing. Like, look at this fucking comment. Gen X here, what was making those sounds? It sounded human, but looked stale. Like, they really think they're eating with this fucking playground insults. Come on.
Do we know you? Have we offended you somehow? Did we do something to you?
Coach, listen, I gotta be real with you. Why are you at your big age getting so worked up about something a very young person said? Like, come on now. Aren't you supposed to be our betters? Aren't you supposed to be wise and shit? Be wise. This is not wise. We're better. No, we're better. We were more abused as children. No, we were more abused as children. At the end of the day, we were all abused as children, guys. It's fine. You know who wasn't abused as a child? Probably the rich. We should rally against the rich. Wouldn't that be nice? We should rally against our corrupt government. Wouldn't that be nice? Wouldn't it be nice to actually talk about shit that matters? We don't always have to talk about very heavy stuff, but sometimes, shit like this seems a bit much. I feel like we should pipe the fuck down. But then again, the cataclysmic assassination of a minor noble that was this fucking TikTok happened like 2 months ago, as I said. What has caused the new and improved Gen X rise up? I blame fucking Eminem and his dumbass song. Now listen, this is a whole nother can of fucking worms. Gen Z, we've been kind of assaulted without our knowledge for the past minute, because the millennials had been airing their grievances with Gen Z for canceling Eminem. Again, we did not know we were canceling him. We had not paid attention to him since he was running with Rihanna. This is the most attention he has gotten, and it's because of y'all. So because of that, Gen Z low-key paid attention to Eminem, And we kind of started making fun of him. He's not worth canceling. Like, we're not mad at him, we're just making fun of him, you know? With riveting lyrics such as, "Let me go, you bitch," or "What, genius, huh? Gonna cancel me, yeah? Gen Z me, bruh. Little pussy was drunk, that he was dreaming, huh?" Listen, you can't rhyme ha with ya and bra with ha and not expect me to make fun of it. Come on now. Gen Z me, bruh. I feel like we have gotten a bit of a bad reputation. We don't really cancel people for no reason usually. Why do they all want to be oppressed so badly? Like, we're just making fun of you, we're not canceling you. Like, if you were to take this in stride, we would probably worship you a bit. We're just jesters. Come on, laugh a little. So now that Gen Z are making fun of Eminem, the Gen X are like, what the fuck? Our Lord and Savior Eminem? How can you? How dare you? You don't know Eminem, babes. We low-key grew up on Eminem. Like, everyone in Gen Z kind of liked Eminem when we were young. Me included, I really liked him. But then he fell off and shit, you know? It happens. So that Eminem song has become the anthem for these people. And I'd say, yeah, it makes sense. It's a good anthem for y'all. So now we have the broad cause of this fiasco. Maybe. We don't know for fucking sure. There's also this narrative that they actually manipulated us, master manipulated us into not canceling Eminem by saying that we cancelled him. So now we can't cancel him because they said that we would cancel him. So now if we were to cancel him, they would be like, haha, we told you you would cancel him. Are you okay?
Who's going to tell Gen Z that we master manipulated them into not canceling Eminem by saying that they canceled Eminem before they try to cancel Eminem, so therefore they would not cancel Eminem? Who's going to tell them? I'll do it.
Now, the mass middle life crisis that I've shown you has been kind of wild and insane and crazy. But there's this one dude that takes the fucking cake. He has been the core general of the Gen X troops. And his content is just... there are no words to describe it. Let's just do a bit of a deep dive. All I can say is wisdom has been chasing him, but this one runs fast. We are talking about Mustache Man 23. I thank you so much, you insane, bigoted, dumb guy, for making all this content, because I've laughed so much. I haven't felt joy like this in a minute. Thank you. Thank you, Gen X, for providing me with this. First of all, he always does this. He's like, locking it. I can't do it because I'm not Gen X. He'll be talking about something very normal and mundane and about how he's oppressed and tough at the same time. But then he said something, perchance, offensive to the snowflakes. Offensive. Corny. Or like.
I've got a message for Gen Z. I apologize. I apologize to your mama who raised a little bitch.
Bro, this guy is the funniest motherfucker I've ever seen. Did you see that fucking lock-in? This is not the first time I've seen this, but it's always taking me by fucking surprise for some reason. Is there subterfuge tactics? They're working on me. First of all, my mama is in your generation. Okay? Stop it with the friendly fire. But he has a history of making fun of the ladies of Gen X, I guess.
Sorry, ladies. Just passing.
What's all this? Why are you trying to beat Jack Sparrow, bro? What's with all the fucking jerky movements? Is it the lead? Is it the lead? My guy, you cannot look as tough as you are trying to look. And also drink water from a comically large wine glass. It's just something that doesn't happen, I'm sorry. Is that the cup that they use for the joining in Dragon Age Origins? You may not get that, but it's an old video game. You may actually get that. Also, listen, you are a grown man. Why on earth would you be using the bold glamour filter? Pretty fucking sure it was made by Gen Z. Why are you using the stuff of the opposition?
You know Gen X goes up to 1965.
Oh, here comes Marshall to try and
So that means
shut up!
you're beefing
What's the matter, Marshall?
with 60-year-old people.
We're beefing. Why do you use Gen Z slang? Why don't you use your own slang? Be solidar using Gen Z slang, using Gen Z filters. I don't know, man. Maybe you're gonna be demoted. Even enlisted and you can't serve. I hear, drink this. What is it? Shut up and drink it. No, I love this so much. You don't understand how much I fucking love this. By the way, I don't know what he's bobbing his head at, but yeah, in this song. He's a bit of an actor, this Gen X general. The second-hand embarrassment that this gives me is akin to nothing. That was a tough watch. Gen X ignoring all the snowflakes whining on TikTok. This you? This you ignoring? Are you ignoring right here? This is you ignoring? Me when I'm ignoring. First of all, why is your lawn so unkempt? I feel like you clearly have better shit to do than this. Please mow your lawn or get some clover lawn. That is very friendly to the environment and it's also prettier, but that grass just looks bad. Why does he have this persona and then he does this? It's not cool, sir. Sir, you're not Negan from The Walking Dead. Don't come. Don't rise up. Come, stay there. Don't rise up, stay there. If they're gonna do this, listen, if they are gonna do this at us.
Simon Gen X?
What the fuck do you want?
Like, looking at someone being, like, he has watching snowflakes get emotional.
The fuck you going on about, mate? Spit it out. You sound nervous. Who are you trying to fight, bruv? There's no one there. Fighting clouds again, are you?
This new generation is so emotional.
Guys, fighting clouds again, eh? So funny. Oh my god. Oh guys, this was actually all satire. I actually don't hold these beliefs. I'm actually a well adjusted individual. Simon, no one believes you, buddy. Just call your kids, come on. First he was like, this is rage bait. This is rage bait. Now this is satire. Which is it, Simon? Because they're a bit different. They're a bit different. The intent is different, and usually satire is obviously satire. It's not satire if you actually believe, Simon. Simon, just call your kid Simon. Simon, calm down. Don't dance at me. How did Gen Z respond to all of this so far? First of all, yes, we were bamboozled for a bit. We were scrambling. We were asking each other what the fuck was going on. What started this? But we have decided that it doesn't really fucking matter, because this shit is hilarious as fuck. So someone made a horror movie trailer for it.
I've got a message for Gen Z. I think we should start a Gen X mafia.
This message is for Gen X and the millennials. We don't know what you have planned for us and why you're recruiting everyone.
For those Gen Zers out there that don't understand the Gen X rise, let me explain it. The Gen X folks are the toughest people that currently exist in our world today. They are emotionally tough and they are physically tough. Nobody was watching us. And let me tell you, natural consequences are the best way to learn life lessons. They are mad. They've started to get sick of it. We've pushed the Gen X to their limits. Haven't done anything yet, but they're starting to. They're rising up and saying, okay, it's time for the smartest generation. I think we're fully prepared to see what that generation is going to do.
Listen, this generation makes lurid Trump x Biden fanfiction to cope with the fact that they have to put at the head of one of the world's superpowers either a geriatric genocide enabler or a sexist, transphobic, racist criminal with a toupee. So how did you expect this would go? I feel like we have realized that there is not a lot that is worth getting mad about. Because, like, there's a lot of fucked up shit going on in the world at the moment. This just feels very silly to be 50 something and go like this. Now, it's been a couple of days since this started, and the Gen X assault has gotten kind of stale. Because it's all like, Gen X, rise up, they poke the bear, we're assembling, who's with me? Where is the drama? Where is the creativity? Where is the story? We ride at dawn, where y'all going? Tell me a story. I'm bored. I feel like this is fizzling out, come on. And at the end of the day, my fellow Sprite chickens, we must remember that the Gen X have been raised by the boomers. Does it excuse all of this? No, but it makes it make sense. And obviously, it's probably, hopefully, just a very tiny and loud minority of the Gen X that are doing this. Because I know my parents wouldn't do that, and hopefully your parents wouldn't be caught doing that shit. But if they would, or if they already did this, the hotlines are hot and lining for you, baby. Now, come in. It's gonna be alright. We're gonna read the Gen Z Bible together and laugh at how outdated the references are. Come on. Well, yeah, that's what's going on. Please like this video. If you like this video, comment. Tell me what the fuck you think about all these babes. Crazy, huh? Share this video, check out my Patreon and stuff if you'd like to support me, or if you'd like to. And yeah, bye bye. Hope you have a great day. Don't let the Gen X eat you.